And today what we will discuss now, we will discuss about the polyester management details. So what I'm trying to do right now, I will try to explain one thing in English and again in Hindi. So it will be easier for everyone to understand what I'm trying to say. So the people who are from the north may join, and people from if they have any concern regarding the my communication, then I will be working in Hindi also, both by both. So this polyester management details. First, we will read about what is polyester basically. So what is polyester resin? तो हम सब ने ये देखा है कि इन जनरल टर्म्स अगर हम बात करें पॉलिएस्टर रेजिन क्या है. So if you see, so polyester is basically a chemical structure of a plastic which are having COO bonds. C double O bond material which are having C double O bonds are called polyesters. These polyesters, if I say in our language, in plastic language, they comprise of PBT, PC, blend of PCABS, PCPBT. So these material which are having COO bonds, and generally what we use PBT and PC in our case, they are the polyesters which we use to work it out. Now why the polyester resin is important for our hydrolysis? So one thing you want to you will note that the CO bond basically when it is been reacted by moisture or water, you say, it breaks into acid and alcohol. जैसे मैं कहूँ RCOOR, एक मेरा ईस्टर बॉन्ड है RCOOR, और अगर वो वाटर यानी पानी से रिएक्ट करता है, इट इज रिएक्टेड विथ वाटर, what happens, it breaks into acid R1COOH plus R2OH means alcohol. So what happens when this polyester resin is been working in the open atmosphere, it absorbs moisture from the atmosphere, and after absorbing the moisture from the atmosphere, it breaks into acid and alcohol. This process is called hydrolysis. So this is the process which is called hydrolysis. So hydrolysis, you can say, is a process in which polyester bond after reacting with water breaks into acid and alcohol, and this acid and alcohol in turns are very brittle in nature and tends to break the part. So any part which we are making with the PBT resin or PC resin and which has absorbed the moisture in a granular form itself in the very beginning, so after molding it will not show any impact, but in due course of time this resin will deteriorate and further the product will break. So this phenomena is known as hydrolysis, in which polyester resin, based on this absorption of water within it, breaks into acid and alcohol. And why this is so? Because the percentage of moisture in the resin is more than the percentage which is been required. When the resin is been kept for more time than the specified temperature, and third is the condition when the resin specified temperature has been not followed and higher temperature has been given to the resin. So if you say so, what will happen, the three conditions which comes due to in which hydrolysis process occur is due to moisture absorption, when percentage of moisture goes high in the region. Second, when we keep material in a barrel for more than the specified time, so degradation. And third is the process when we keep the specified temperature more than the uh, material data sheet availability of that material. So if temperature is more in the barrel compared to the resin temperature which has been specified, then this condition may arise. So this process is basically the first slide which I am trying to say, that inadequate process management may lead to hydrolysis or thermolysis. अगर आप देख रहे होगे तो ये एक बेसिक डायग्राम है जो बता रहा है कि मटेरियल टैंक से मटेरियल हॉपर ड्रायर में जा रहा है, हॉपर ड्रायर से मशीन के मिनी हॉपर में जा रहा है, मिनी हॉपर से ही आगे हो रहा है. अगर इस पूरे प्रोसेस में ये जो प्रोसेस है हमारा, इस ये अगर प्रॉपर तरीके से मैनेज्ड नहीं है तो हमारे चांसेस हैं मटेरियल को ब्रेक होने का इन ड्यू कोर्स ऑफ टाइम. That is, hydrolysis is a phenomena in which ester bonds are dissociated by water and heat. Phenomena in which molecular bonds are dissociated by high temperature heat over a long time. So, what are the details that has to be checked during the molding of polyester resins are described according to the examples of defects. Defects caused by dryer, defects caused by conveyance process, defects caused by troubleshooting, and defects caused by the management of changes. So these are the four parameters on which the defect occurs, and I repeat again, it is due to dryer, due to the conveyance process which we take for the material conveying. Third is the troubleshooting, when we have that working, then which material remains in the barrel for a longer duration. And fourth is the management of changes. When we change the material, what happens? We tend to take that material in the barrel for a longer time, then thermal degradation may occur. Now, first case, defect caused by the dryer. So, if you say it is a dehumidification hopper dryer is been kept in the picture, if you say so, a conveying of material and all that has been given, how things work. If drying is not proper by the dryer, and water absorption by pellets again in conveyance route from dryer to molding machine. You see here, it has been conveyed from here itself. So water absorption by pellets again in conveyance route from dryer to molding machine. So this is the defect caused by the dryer. If dryer is not there, a defect product like this, a damage condition as is shown in the figure. You can see that. Okay. So what condition we have to see that dryer is okay? First, you can see that drying time. What is the drying time? Check it out. Removal of pellets from the under hopper dryer. जो हॉपर के नीचे बेली होती है ना, उस बेली में से अगर हॉपर काफी देर तक है तो उस हॉपर के नीचे के बेली में से वो निकाल देते हैं मटेरियल को, ताकि वो जो ठंडा हो गया है वो निकल जाए. Removal of pellets from the under hopper dryer. And third is the daily inspection of dehumidification dryer. तो हम सबने ये देखा हुआ है कि what is the condition of the dryer and how the things has to be worked it out in dryer. पहला है ड्राइंग टाइम. अब आप देखो अनड्राइड पैलेट्स है, यहाँ पे ये ड्राइड पैलेट है. अगर if new pellets are supplied with the pellets in the decreased state, pellets drying may not be sufficient. अगर अब minimum level of drying time based on the calculation, हमने मटेरियल उतना फिल नहीं किया अपने ड्रायर में, तो जो पहले से गर्म मटेरियल है वो तो कंज्यूम हो जाएगा, लेकिन जो ऊपर का मटेरियल जो बाद में नीचे आ रहा है वो प्रॉपरली उसको ड्यूरेशन ऑफ टाइम नहीं मिलेगा, तो उसकी ड्राइंग सफिशिएंट नहीं होगी. So this drying with it will be not sufficient. Then it will happen what? You will see that pellets are in a decreased state and drying may not be a sufficient one. So our pellets dry to the set time. That is a very paramount. Whether we have put the material in the dryer, whether we have given it the sufficient time to dry. So display of pellet loading time and molding start time should be properly noted down, and whatever be the time condition given by the manufacturer for the drying of that material has to be kept in loop. And based on that, we have to fill the dryer and replenish the dryer accordingly, so that material gets the exact quantity in the dryer, and when it goes down during the consumption, dried material goes into the dryer in the downward side. That is mass production time. Check if the pellets in the hopper dryer have the standard amount. So how the metal consumption is being calculated, it has been shown here. Pellet consumption amount, कितना मटेरियल ड्रायर में होना चाहिए, इसकी ये कैलकुलेशन है कि how much is the material amount which should be kept into the dryer. So pellet consumption amount equals to molded product weight upon molten cycle time in second into drying time into hours into 3.6. Weight includes spool and runner also. It is a gross weight, not a net weight. Example is there for molded product weight 18 gram. Cycle time is 40 seconds. Drying time is 4 hours. And pellet consumption will be then 6.48 kg. अगर मैं देखूं तो 18/40 गुणा में 4 into 3.6, तो pellet consumption comes approx 6.48 kg. Load the calculated amount of pellets in the hopper dryer. Mark the window to make sure that pellet amount does not decrease below this amount. So this much amount should be always there in the dryer when you are running a polyester resin. Now removal of pellets from under hopper dryer. This is under hopper dryer basically. So removal of material from this. That is diffuser cone. This is the cone where air circulation is going on. This is the area where drying is inadequate. Drying is insufficient under the diffuser cone. Below this, the material is having a drying concern. So if the dryer or machine is idle for some duration, this material is tend to lose the free condition and might absorb moisture. So this drying becomes insufficient in this state. Inside the hopper dryer containing the pellets, at start, there is a need to remove the pellets below the diffuser cone. If loading pellets pre-dried in a different compartment dryers, no removal is required. अगर हम ओवन में गर्म, ये कहना चाह रहा है अगर हम ओवन में गर्म करके बार बार डाल रहे हैं तो प्री ड्राइंग करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, क्योंकि कंटिन्यूसली चलता रहेगा खत्म होने के बाद। लेकिन अगर हमारा ड्यूमिडिफायर या ड्रायर चल रहा है तो इस कोन के नीचे जो मटेरियल है इस एरिया में, इसको निकाल देते हैं, क्योंकि ये समय के साथ ठंडा हो जाता है और ये कॉज कर सकता है अपना हाइड्रोलिसिस। So inside the hopper dryer containing the pellets, drying can be insufficient under the diffuser cone. ये एक्चुअल आपको दिखाया हुआ है हॉपर ड्रायर स्ट्रक्चर एंड टेम्परेचर। ये दिख रहा है ना आपको, हॉपर ड्रायर है ये आपका। दिस हॉपर ड्रायर is having a diffuser cone this side and the material in this section below this diffuser zone, this area tends to lose the drying in this zone of this orifice. You can see na what we have seen in this slide, this area zone. Now the third very important part is there, that daily inspection of dehumidification dryer should be there. Pellet drying ability drops when the dehumidification function is not working. So what we have to do, we have to daily inspect the dehumidification dryer. It also requires the inspection of dehumidifying ability. So example of inspection methods are measurement of dew point temperature, checking of discoloration of silica gel sensor. If dryer does not have the above device, check using other methods. Example other methods का क्या है, check rotation of honeycomb rotor. ये जो honeycomb rotor है पीछे, इसको मैप करके आप देखो कि ये घूम रहा है कि नहीं घूम रहा है, what is the cycle. The best point is that हमारे जो आगे से हम ड्यूमिडिफायर कोई भी खरीदें तो दैट ड्यूमिडिफायर मस्ट इंडिकेट द ड्यू पॉइंट टेम्परेचर। तो आइडियल केस में अगर हम बात करें तो जो हमारा ड्यू पॉइंट टेम्परेचर होना चाहिए, दैट शुड बी -20 डिग्री सेल्सियस टू -30 डिग्री सेल्सियस। If the dew point temperature is shown as -20 degree Celsius or up to 30 degree Celsius, -30 degree Celsius, then you can say that your dehumidifier is working in a fine condition. If that goes on subsequently down, then it is a point of concern for us. So we will have to check the regeneration capacity and dehumidification capacity of the dehumidifier. So it's a very paramount structure that we have to check that dew point temperature. So what we have right now, in some units we have that temperature which is having that dew point temperature, and in some there is a discoloration, we don't have that dew point temperature. Certain companies, like in this case Matsui, they do offer that checking of dew point temperature when we give them some AMC or we give them some service to come and check that. So they do come and check the condition of the dehumidification with their dew point temperature, and thereby they work out simultaneously to make that system works accordingly. So it is a very important that we all should remember this dew point temperature, and we should regularly monitor that this dew point temperature. Other daily inspection method of dehumidifying ability: adsorption tower. Dehumidify with cylinder fitted with moisture absorbent. Check that the drying and regeneration of adsorption tower can be switched. ये बेसिकली कह रहा है कि जो हमारा ड्यूमिडिफिकेशन होता है, ड्यूमिडिफिकेशन में हम क्या करते हैं, एब्जॉर्प्शन करते हैं। तो एब्जॉर्प्शन टावर जो होता है, जो अंदर जो होता है ना अपना रीजनरेशन टावर और ड्यूमिडिफिकेशन चैम्बर जो होता है ह्यूमिडिफिकेशन के अंदर, उसकी ये बात कर रहा है। उसमें ये कहने की कोशिश कर रहा है कि पुट सम मॉइस्चर अब्जॉर्बेंट इन दैट, ताकि वो मॉइस्चर को एब्जॉर्ब करे, एंड देन ट्राई टू चेक दैट ड्राइंग एंड रीजनरेशन ऑफ दिस टावर इज गोइंग ऑन। तो जिससे it can be switched from, first it goes from a dehumidification to the regeneration, then after doing regeneration again, then moisture come high off, then regeneration is being converted back to the dehumidification. This is the basic principle of dehumidification, dehumidifier basically. Second is dehumidifies by cooling air and causing condensation. Check pressure if using compression type freezer. Basically we don't have these type of freezers in our group right now. As per my knowledge, we don't use. What we use right now, we use dryer and we use dehumidifier. And third is the membrane filter. Dehumidifies by separating moisture with permeable membrane, which allows passage of air but not water vapor. Check the air pressure of the membrane filter. There is a need to review the checking method according to the type of dehumidifier which we are using right now. Now the second we caused, first one we checked due to the dryer condition. Now we are checking the defects caused by the conveyance process. That is key characteristics damage what happens. See, this is the damage condition. Occurs frequently when humidity is high. What happens? This dehumidifier hopper dryer is there. Material. This is material tank. This is auto loader. This from this auto loader material goes into the dehumidification dryer. In this, from this dehumidification dryer, this material goes from this dark yellow black line to the machine hopper. This is the basic procedure which we follow. If material remains in this conveying pipe for a longer duration of time, then what will happen? It will tend to absorb moisture from the atmosphere, and in due course of time this moisture will cause hydrolysis. What we see in this, you see in this key, na, this damage occurs in due course of time. Did you know that the system allows outside air to enter during conveyance? आपको पता होना चाहिए कि when we do conveying, system collects outside air to enter during conveyance. So this outside air has the moisture in it, and this moisture remains in the pallet, in the pipe material remains, then this air causes moisture absorption, and then this type of damage goes on. As outside air is taken in for the pallet conveyance air during summers when humidity is high, pallets absorb water again during pallet conveyance. Pallets accumulated inside the pallet conveyance hose. So what we have to see that the conveyance of material in the pallet from in the of the pallet in the pipe from which it goes to the machine does not have remaining material in the hose. Hose should not have any material after the material has been transferred. Need for electric shutter in a dryer. अब आप देखो, इसको मैं बताता हूँ व्हाट इज इलेक्ट्रिक शटर. ये जो कन्वेइंग यहाँ दिख रही है ना, ये जो पाइप है, ये इलेक्ट्रिक शटर का काम करता है यहाँ पे. Pellets remaining in the hose as conveyance amount is not fixed. Pellets are present all the time. ये इसके नीचे है. इलेक्ट्रिक शटर नहीं होता तो यहाँ मटेरियल होता है. इलेक्ट्रिक शटर होता है तो क्या होता है, जितना मटेरियल चाहिए उतना मटेरियल कन्वे हो जाता है, बाकी मटेरियल को ये रोक देता है ऊपर की साइड में, ड्रायर में ही. बेसिकली यानी इलेक्ट्रिक शटर जो हॉपर थ्रोट है, जहां से मटेरियल कन्वे हो रहा है, पाइप लगी हुई है जो कन्वे होता है मोल्डिंग मशीन में, वहां पे बेसिकली मटेरियल एक्यूमुलेट हो जाता है. अगर इलेक्ट्रिक शटर ये नहीं होता तो हम क्या करते हैं, वहां पे इलेक्ट्रिक शटर लगाते हैं. आज की डेट में जो नई मशीनें हम ह्यूमिडिफिकेशन की खरीद रहे हैं, दे ऑल आर हैविंग इलेक्ट्रिक शटर व्हेन वी डिमांड इट. वी एक्चुअली डिमांड इट राइट नाउ. And what happens, this electric shutter is basically a NRV, basically a type of a NRV, where for a due course of time material opens, this NRV opens and material is being transferred into the hose pipe from where it goes to the machine, and after a certain period, for 1 second, 2 seconds or 3 seconds, this close the lid. After closing the lid, only the conveying time should be more, so all the material from the hose pipe goes into the mini hopper attached on the machine. So there should not be any sagging of material in the hose pipe. So that is the condition, that there should be no sagging of material on the hose pipe. Got it? एक्चुअल कंडीशन, ये कन्वेंस लूज है मटेरियल, देखो ना यहाँ पे सैगिंग ये पड़ा हुआ है मटेरियल सारा. ये देखो पैलेट यहाँ पे अकुमुलेटेड है पूरा. जिसकी वजह से ये मॉइस्चर अब्सॉर्ब कर लेता है. To ensure that inside of the hose is visible, the hose must be transparent. It must not be covered with cover and it must not be hidden behind the ceiling walls. ये देखो ये सारा hose cover. Now the third condition is defect caused by the troubleshooting. It's a wireless door lock release knob damage, basically. Defective material drying system. This shutter does not work it out. Air suction is not going on. This suction goes on here like this. Material which has accumulated for more than 5 minutes gets hydrolyzed. यहाँ पे जो मटेरियल एक्यूमुलेट हो रहा है 5 मिनट से ज्यादा, वो हाइड्रोलिसिस करता है. ये मोल्डिंग मशीन को इन्होंने बताया. मोल्डिंग मशीन पर जो मिनी हॉपर लगा हुआ है, अगर वहां पे भी मटेरियल 5 मिनट से ज्यादा एक्यूमुलेट हो जाता है तो भी कंडीशन ये बन जाती है कि वो मशीन जो है मटेरियल जो है मॉइस्चर अब्सॉर्ब कर ले. सो व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, the material drying system is not approved and no shutter control, insufficient training on polyester resin, lack of troubleshooting when facility has stopped, water is absorbed in about 2 hours while the facility is stopped, and hydrolysis occurs. Failure to observe rules to purge accumulated material. Inadequate quality check. Hydrolysis quality is not checked. So this is basically what he is trying to say, कि आपने सब कुछ ठीक किया, यहाँ पे अगर इलेक्ट्रिक शटर नहीं है तो मटेरियल यहाँ पे अकुमुलेट हो रहा है, फिर यहाँ से जाके ऊपर जाके इस एरिया में जाके जहाँ पे मिनी हॉपर है जो मशीन इस मशीन के साथ अटैच है, इंजेक्शन मोल्डिंग मशीन के साथ अटैच है, इस पे जब लगा हुआ है सिलेंडर बैरल में, तो यहाँ पे अगर मटेरियल 5 मिनट से ज्यादा हो जाए विदाउट द प्री ड्राइंग कंडीशंस, तो पूरी पॉसिबिलिटी है कि आपका मटेरियल जो है बैरल में जाने के बाद से हाइड्रोलिसिस आ जाए। देखो ये ब्रेक हो गया ना यहाँ पे, conditions to be observed. Troubleshooting when molding machine stops. Troubleshooting when dryer stops. If troubleshooting is insufficient, pellet in the conveyance route absorb water moisture again and hydrolysis occur. The accumulation time in the molding machine cylinder becomes long and thermolysis of the pellets occur. Pellets in the dryer absorb water again and hydrolysis occur. This is the procedure to restart when molding machine is stopped. Re-water absorption prevention device on molding machine. Handling of purge material inside cylinder within allowed time, above allowed time. This is within allowed time, above allowed time. For action has to be taken or no action has to be taken. This is action, this is handling, and this is water absorption. So what is the condition? Dehumidification air is supplied to mini hopper. And this mini hopper has dryer. In this condition, mini hopper has dryer. So what? No troubleshooting required. Within allowed time, above allowed time, within allowed time, above allowed time. No troubleshooting is required when the dehumidifying air supplied into mini hopper and mini hopper has a dryer. So we don't need any troubleshooting. First, agar only mini hopper is there and no dryer in the mini hopper, then what we will have to do? Within allowed time, no troubleshooting. Above allowed time, we have to purge all the resin in the cylinder. Within allowed time, no troubleshooting is required in the barrel, and remove all pellets remaining inside the mini hopper and hose. If the stop line is time is within the allowed time, no troubleshooting is required. Troubleshooting is required if it is exceeding more than allowed time. So, and what is the allowed time? Basically, allowed time ranges from 5 to 10 minutes, not more than that. See here, the calculation of allowed time has been made. Allowed time equals to accumulated time prescribed by recommended conditions minus actual accumulated time. In the case of following line, material PVT, resin temperature 250 degrees Celsius, accumulated time in cylinder 3 minutes, accumulated time in conveyance route is 6 minutes. Then accumulated time inside cylinder prescribed by recommendation conditions below 15 minutes. Accumulated time inside conveyance route prescribed by recommended conditions below 10 minutes. Allowed time inside cylinder is 15 minutes minus 3 minutes, 12 minutes. Allowed time inside conveyance room 10 minutes minus 6 minutes equals 4 minutes. So in this case, if the molding machine stops, can purge all resin regardless of anything. उसमें ये नहीं बचाना है कि मोल्डिंग में मटेरियल में बचा लूं. अगर मोल्डिंग में मटेरियल में बचा लूंगा तो वो दिक्कत होगी. तो कहने का सेंस सिर्फ इतना है कि सिलेंडर में मटेरियल जो है अगर है आपका, तो वो बैरल में 10 मिनट से ज़्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए, और कन्वेइंग रूट में भी आपका मोर देन 5 मिनट से ज़्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए. तो अगर इससे ज़्यादा है या इसके उस पे है, तो आपको बैरल में जितना भी मटेरियल है, इन स्पाइट ऑफ वॉट एवर बी द कंडीशन, शुड बी पर्ज्ड आउट. That is the calculation of the allowed time, how the allowed time has been calculated. Procedure for the start when dryer stops. Dryer, this is dryer. Disposal of material inside cylinder, no disposal of required. Disposal of purged material inside cylinder. Internal tank temperature at restart of dryer. Above 100 degrees Celsius, no disposal required. Above 80 degrees Celsius, re-dry for more than 1 hour at prescribed temperature. Below 180 degrees Celsius, re-dry at prescribed temperature and time. यहाँ पे ये कहने की कोशिश कर रहा है, ये ट्राइंग टू से कि अगर आपको कोई मटेरियल सिलेंडर में है तो आपका जो ड्रायर है, अगर ड्रायर का आप देखो तो ड्रायर में जो टेम्परेचर है अब 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस है तो आपको डिस्पोज ऑफ करने की जरूरत नहीं। इफ मशीन इज बीन स्टॉप्ड, व्हेन मशीन इज स्टॉप्ड एंड वी हैव टू रीस्टार्ट, अगर आपने 80 डिग्री सेल्सियस सेट किया हुआ है अब 80 डिग्री सेल्सियस, तो आप उसको 1 घंटे के लिए और प्री हीटिंग करो जो उसका एक्चुअल प्री हीटिंग टेम्परेचर है उस पर। और अगर आपने ड्रायर को 80 डिग्री सेल्सियस से नीचे रखा हुआ है तो पूरे मटेरियल को फिर से उतने ही टाइम के लिए ड्राई करो जितने टाइम के लिए आपने इनिशियल लेवल पे करते हो, 4 आवर्स के लिए 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे। इन केस ऑफ पीवीटी फिर से करना पड़ेगा। Now the fourth condition is defect caused by the management of changes. When replacing the molding machine cylinder, screw or temperature sensor did not notice that the attaching position of the temperature sensor was incorrect. For this reason, the resin temperature becomes abnormally hot, resulting in thermolysis. होता क्या है बेसिकली, दिस कंडीशन अराइजेज ओनली व्हेन इन आवर केस ना, जैसे आगे का नोजल का टेम्परेचर हीटर लोग बहुत ज्यादा बदलते हैं। अब नोजल हीटर बदलते समय व्हाट हैपेंस कि lots of maintenance people they tend to change the heater, but many times people get कि अगर वो हीटिंग आनी चाहिए उस समय वो नहीं देखते कि उसका कितने वॉट का टेम्परेचर आपने हीटर लगा दिया आगे। तो ये होता क्या है कि टेंड्स टू गिव मोर टेम्परेचर इन ड्यू कोर्स ऑफ टाइम, और जिसकी वजह से इन एक्यूरेट टेम्परेचर होता है बैरल के अंदर, जो बाद में क्या करता है कि थर्मोलिसिस को करता है, यानी मटेरियल डिग्रेड हो जाता है बैरल के अंदर। तो ड्यू टू लैक ऑफ क्वालिटी चेक यूजिंग हाइड्रोलिसिस चेक डिवाइस, डिफेक्ट्स आर मिस्ड। This is the condition to be observed management of changes. मोल्डिंग मशीन में आपको क्या देखना है, स्क्रू, हीटर, टेम्परेचर सेंसर्स। ड्रायर में भी देखना है आपको हीटर, टेम्परेचर सेंसर्स, फैन। Perform the following when replacing the above parts. Inform the quality control department that parts have been replaced. Record the history of parts replacement. Measure the resin temperature after parts replacement. Measure the resin temperature more than 30 minutes after start of molding. ये दिस इज व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से, दिस इज अ हाइड्रोलिक चेक डिवाइस। ये टेबल पे माउंटेड है, ये माउंटेड टेबल ऐसा होना चाहिए, नॉन शेकेबल होना चाहिए, हिलना नहीं चाहिए। तो ये कंडीशन होनी चाहिए एक्चुअल। दिस इज अ बैड एग्जांपल ऑफ इंस्टॉलेशन, टेबल हिल रहा है यहाँ पे। गुड एग्जांपल ऑफ प्लेस ऑफ इंस्टॉलेशन, इट शुड बी वेल माउंटेड ऑन द ग्राउंड। इंस्टॉल पोल in the center to prevent bending of top board due to shock shaking. ये जो है ना, ये देख रहे हो यहाँ पे इसके नीचे कुछ भी नहीं लगाया हुआ, तो ये हिलने की कंडीशन है यहाँ पे जब उस पर लोड आएगा। जबकि इस कंडीशन में यहाँ पे जो आ रहा है ये इट विल बी कमिंग इंस्टॉलेशन पे, इट्स माउंटेड सो दैट इट इज फर्म एंड ग्राउंडेड एंड डज नॉट शेक। Conditions to be observed: use a hydrolysis in which more than 30 minutes have passed since molding. As the spool is soft and difficult to break when hot, accurate checks are not possible. Twice, first product and final product, frequency which ensures no flow of defective products outside the company. Meaning of checking first product: check if molding conditions are suitable. Meaning of checking final products: check for problems during continuous run, prevention of outflow. So this is basically what it's trying to say कि in this slide this is what hydrolysis has been checked. This is a checking machine of the hydrolysis, and based on this what it comes कि रनर को लेके, स्पूल होता है जो सॉफ्ट रनर होता है, ये जो दिखाया हुआ है कि आप ये देखो ये वेट है, वेट है, ये पंच है, दिख रहा है ये कंडीशन ओके कंडीशन है, ये रनर है, रनर को अंदर रख दिया, ये पंच लगा दिया इसके ऊपर और वेट ऊपर से लेके इसको गिराएंगे, ये कंडीशन गलत है। देख रहे हो ना, जब पंच को ऊपर ले रखा है, पंच को ऊपर से गिरा दे रहे हैं रनर को ऐसे रख के। दूसरा ये भी कंडीशन गलत है कि रनर को ऐसे रखा हुआ, दोनों को ऊपर ले लिया फिर ऊपर से गिरा रहे हैं, वेट और पंच को। तो पंच को नीचे रखना है, वेट को ऊपर रखना है। Measure the diameter at the point 12 mm away from the edge of the screw. स्क्रू से 12 mm की दूरी को नापिए। Measure the dia of the screw runner accurately. The check height changes a lot if the measurement is not accurate. Screw dimension 2 mm, 2.1 mm, and check height in mm. Screw runner dia and check height. Just 0.1 mm difference in diameter can produce 10 mm difference in check height. देख रहे हैं, 2 mm स्क्रू आया तो चेक हाइट जो है आपका 87 mm है। व्हाट इज चेक हाइट? दिस इज द चेक हाइट, दिस इज चेक हाइट। कंडीशन फ्रॉम हियर टू हियर, दैट इज द चेक हाइट। ये जो स्केल बना पड़ा है, तो अगर स्क्रू डायमेंशन 2 mm है तो 87 mm का चेक हाइट होगा, 2.1 है तो 95 है। सी बाय चेंजिंग 0.1 height changes approx 10 mm, and in some cases it is more also. So we have to be very precautious while handling this. Measurement of diameter of the screw is very critical and should be checked very sincerely accordingly. For adjust the check height with the lower edge of the weight. इस वेट के लोअर एज से आप इसको चेक करो। यहाँ से जैसे 50 mm की चेक हाइट हो गई आपकी, ये यहाँ पे आपका ये गलत है, ठीक है ना। ये टॉप पोर्शन अगर आप ले लोगे तो ये गलत है, 50 ये गलत है। इट शुड बी लाइक दिस। When check height is adjusted with the top edge of the weight height to be then the correct check height. This should be so detection of the defective part is not possible. So we have to be careful. ये जो वेट है जो हम इस पे वो दिखा रहे हैं, इस वेट का जो लोअर हिस्सा है वो चेक हाइट से मैप करता है, ना कि ऊपर वाला हिस्सा। Other checks: forget to secure lid fitting. If the hopper dryer lid is open, outside air will enter inside, causing the pellets to absorb water again. The fitting securing the lid has come off. This ये दिखाने की कोशिश की गई है सिलिका जेल का कलर एंड डिग्री ऑफ मॉइस्चर अब्जॉर्प्शन। ये ड्राई स्टेट है, ये देखो कंप्लीटली मॉइस्चर अब्जॉर्ब। ये ना ड्यूमिडिफायर है, ड्यूमिडिफायर से ये आ रहा है ड्यूमिडिफायर पे यहाँ पे। Now in many cases ना, this mini hopper, we can ask for a solution on this mini hopper that material is being dried here also. So we can get modifications done in our existing system also, and we can do for the new machines when we procure, that whatever be the mini hopper which is being mounted on this machine should have the compliance of dehumidified air supplying inside this mini hopper. So once this dehumidified air is being supplied into this mini hopper now, then material tendency which we have seen on the slide now, where material is been stuck in the mini hopper for more than 5 minutes, the chances of hydrolysis becomes higher. So what we have to do, we have to make that this material inside the mini hopper should not be more than 5 minutes. And secondly, what we can do, if we can, if we want to be play safe, dehumidified air from this dehumidifier should be matched in this the mini hopper side, and material should be preheated here. Dehumidified air should be supplied to this part, and it has been done by the machine manufacturers or dehumidifier manufacturers. Basically, in our case, we have been doing this. The machine on which this has been mounted, so that the chances of operator miss does not arise here of the calculation. So continuously dehumidified air is being supplied to the mini hopper, and based on this dehumidified air, what happens? The chances of getting moisture absorbed in this condition is does not happen. ये तो हमने इतनी मेहनत की, मटेरियल हमने ड्रायर में ड्यूमिडिफाइड किया, मटेरियल को कन्वे भी ठीक से किया, कन्वेइंग भी ठीक से कर दिया, बट मिनी हॉपर में वो 5 मिनट से ज़्यादा रह गया। अगेन द होल प्रोसेस बिकम्स अ वेस्ट, क्योंकि मॉइस्चर अब्जॉर्प्शन जो है वो फिर से हो गया, क्योंकि पीवीटी अब्जॉर्ब कर लेता है मॉइस्चर, तो चांसेस ऑफ ब्रेकेज और प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ब्रेकेज increases many folds. So this is basically the dehumidifier and polyester resin management details.